Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heije and I believe in dragons. Many people actually believe in dragons, many more than I thought. When I see the numbers of my page, it's just rising all the time. When I started this page, I expected to have just a few people who believed in dragons, but it's more than I ever could dream for. Actually, I should have known because I didn't trust my feelings back then. And my feelings actually said there are a lot more dragons. That is also the reason why I make pages like that and why I make videos, because I somewhere felt that there are more than me. But yeah, I also said to myself, it was like a struggle between me and myself, saying, yeah, you're all alone, or no, you're not alone. And actually, yeah, I'm not alone. So my brothers and sisters, I want to tell you something more about blood. Blood. What is blood? It keeps us alive. It's the juice that keeps us alive. But it's much more than just something that keeps us alive. It's much more than that. It can be used to open so many gates to what is actually supposed to open for you. My first video was about opening the gates with your blood, own blood, of course, and a blood ceremony, a blood commitment, a blood bond. That is one of the oldest, well-known pagan rituals that is still known today. As, for example, if you have a friendship with someone else that you want to keep forever, then you just give your blood to the friend that you have, and it will be unbreakable. It will be forever, and that is still known today. And that is what it makes us so special. And what can you do with it on the Dragon's Path? And that is also a very much pagan ritual that still exists today. Yeah, I did this not because I knew how I supposed to use this, and I didn't actually believe in commitments with blood and sacrifices and giving things. But you know what blood is, my brothers and sisters? It's not only what keeps us alive, it's also our life force that is inside of the blood that we have, in every single thing that we have inside of our body, our bones, everything that is inside of us, our blood. Much more than that, of course. And if you exchange this with someone you love, then this will be forever. And especially dragons take that very seriously. I came to know that. I came to know that once I did this. Actually, very funny story. I was actually not planning to do this, but I was injured. In the beginning, of course, I was injured, and I saw this blood dropping from my hands, and then I saw my dragon statue, and I was just drawn to it. What do I have to do now? I didn't know. I didn't have a manual for this, so I sat down on my knees, not knowing what I'm supposed to do. I was just trying to talk with the dragon, and the only thing that I got from this was touch the statue. Touch it with all the love that you have. And I had a lot of love. Everything that I had for the dragon was very, very sincere. So injured or not, I was always prepared to give my love for the dragon. And so I did. So I touched the statue in the middle of my altar with the blood that I had spilled. Not on purpose. It was just an accident. And that night, I just said to the dragon, take it all, take everything you need. I was very, very serious about this, so much serious. And the blood was gone that night. It was already away, it was gone. The thing you have to know, if you give blood to the dragon, then this will transform himself into dragon blood. it will become dragon blood. It will become the blood of the dragon that is with you, because they also have something to give to you. It's an exchangement of what keeps you alive. For you, it's your blood that contains your life force. For them, it's a part of their energy that they will give to you. And you will feel that. And that is what I felt so much that night. I felt the energy of my dragon much, much more than before. Once I had this thing. But later on, I did a ceremony, and I wanted to feel this again. So I did a ceremony, and I actually pinched myself in the finger. But you have to know something, and that is also something that I want to warn you about, because I've seen a lot of pictures and subscriptions that you sent to me about you doing the same for your dragon, and I of course love it that you want to do this for your dragon. But you have to know one thing: don't injure yourself. You don't. It's not the amount of blood that counts. It's just one pinch of blood, one drop, just tiny bit. Just that is enough. You don't have to have a massacre for this. I mean, I saw some pictures. It's just don't hurt yourself. You don't need to do this. The only thing you need to do, take a little sharp knife, and then poof, that's enough. And then if you don't have a dragon statue, then sign the dragon's eye. You know, every time that I sign the dragon's eye, I have to tell you, your guardian and your god, together you will become one. You will see through one eye. And if you do just like a little pinch of blood in here, that will actually also be as good, just as good, because you will give your blood to all of your dragons that belong to you. Here, maybe you have enough blood for signing all of the eye, but like I said, it does. You don't need to do that. Just in the middle of it. That is enough. That is actually a very that sign, my brothers and sisters, that sign has helped me a lot, because this just shows our connection that we have with all of our dragons. We are one inside of this sign. We connect with each other immediately inside of it. You can also let the energy of the dragons, of all of your dragons, come alive, come above, once you pinch it in the ground with a knife like this. But before you do that, I did this while I was filming, so I don't recommend this while your mind is not on the dragon. The dragon needs to work with you along together. So if you sign this and you want to have a cooperation with all of your dragons, then be sure that all of your mind and all of your thoughts are with the dragon. You have to become one. This has to be a sincere thought, and also has to be not only sincere but also full of discipline. You have to have discipline once you want to put the veil between you and the dragons gone. Then you will travel where you will all meet together, not on their side, not on their side, not on your side, but something in the middle of it. And if you put blood on that, you of course have to know that if you want this, of course, then the dragons can always look in through your eyes. I mean, maybe before that, but blood commitment only strengthens your energy, because you exchange something. You exchange with each other. That means you will feel more of them, and they will feel more of you. Like I said, this sign helped me a lot. It's giving me a comfort. It feels like the dragon is closer once this sign is made. It's the energy. It's the energy that comes out of the ground. You know, you have to know something also about dragons. They actually are one with nature. The ground is nature. If you put it on the ground like this, then of course, if you pinch inside of it, then energy will come out of it. Maybe you will feel it. Maybe you can sense it. But yeah, to come back to the blood. Yeah. If I, yeah, that is also a thing. Um, I was injured also many times later on. I'm injured, so it's like sometimes very nasty. And I have, of course, my dragon necklace that means a lot for me. So I do the same whenever I am injured. Whenever there is blood flowing, I don't let it go to waste. And the thing, my advantage is that my mind is always on the dragon, so I don't have to do any effort to think about the dragon and give them my blood with very sincere thoughts. And so I do this, I rub this immediately on my necklace, and that is why I always recommend, if you can have this, a necklace or maybe a ring or something that is always with you that reminds you of the dragon. And I always rub it in blood, so, and immediately it's gone. It's gone. It's one with the dragon now. And so the dragon will exchange this blood with their energy once more. It's actually very good that people still remember that a blood commitment and friendship is actually a very powerful tool. It's something pagan. It's something that Christians, I believe, no, they didn't do this. They didn't have this use. I mean, everything that they use comes from pagan rituals. So except for this one, strangely enough, but despite for that, it still exists. I know I often come back to the dragon eye and blood commitment, blood ceremonies, but yeah, if it's actually very important if you want to do dragon witchcraft, that is, because this is actually a stage further on. This is draconic witchcraft. Don't be afraid of witchcraft. It's not something bad. It's not something evil or dark. It can be something dark sometimes, but most of the time it's just meant to have this further connection with your dragons and yourself, and to know everything, to reveal the secrets of your own path. And I believe that every one of us wants that, to know everything, but not immediately. It cannot be done immediately, of course. You have to have patience, all in due time. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.